Welcome back to Journey of a Ballaholic, the best talk show for basketball addicts. I'm your host, General Hannibal X. Now, in this journey, we're going to be discussing something a little bit different. We're going to be discussing the NBA owner, Mark Cuban, and his comments saying that Bitcoin is better than gold. Listen, I don't know about you, but I'm a ballaholic. I'm absolutely addicted to basketball. Now, just like everybody, I've got my own opinions. But if you like opinions that are backed by facts, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also, be sure that you hit that bell notification. That way YouTube will update you whenever I drop new videos.
Are you ready?
Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right into this video. Now, once again, this video is going to be a little different from my typical basketball videos, but it's still NBA related. Mark Cuban, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, made a recent comment on an interview. Actually, I want to read you the quote so we get exactly what Mark Cuban is saying, so we can kind of understand and kind of break down what he's saying and the reality of the situation. So, billionaire Mark Cuban believes that Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency, is the closest thing that we have to a true currency, and he views that Bitcoin is actually a better alternative to gold. Interesting. Now, the Shark Tank and Dallas Mavericks co-owner made the comments as a guest on the recent episode of the Delphi podcast, where he noted that the growth of DeFi, which is decentralized finance, and the NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens, had made him excited about cryptocurrencies. Now, he explained that smart contracts and the fact that they're decentralized means that there's no one in charge and that the governance is completely different. He says this is a game changer. Now, let's go ahead and break this thing down because this is a lot to unpack in one quote from an interview that Mark Cuban had. First of all, cryptocurrency, for those that understand what that is, like I said, if you aren't familiar, Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency that we have, right? It's a decentralized asset. And what Mark Cuban is saying is that Bitcoin is actually better than gold. Now, what is gold? We all know what gold is, the shiny metal that people use in jewelry, we use in different technologies, but it's also been considered a store of value for thousands of years, meaning wealthy people would store their wealth in gold. They would put their hard earnings, their savings into gold, and gold is what would keep and maintain their wealth over long periods of time. So now he's saying that Bitcoin is actually a better version than gold. It's a better alternative than gold. Why is that? Well, understanding what Bitcoin is, once again, what makes gold so effective as a store of value is its characteristics. And Bitcoin has better characteristics than what gold has. What do I mean by that? Gold is considered to be scarce, right? That's one of the things that makes it so valuable, is that it's not like you just see it laying on the sidewalk. It's hard to find. However, Bitcoin is not just scarce, Bitcoin is finite, meaning it's only a set amount. That's it. That's all there will ever be. See, every year we dig and find more gold, right? And so that continues to increase the total supply of gold. And no one actually understands or really knows the true total supply of gold. But Bitcoin, we do. There's 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be created. So what we're starting to see is wealthy people all over the entire country and world are starting to collect, starting to mine, starting to purchase, starting to store away Bitcoin because they understand that it is true sound money. I know this may sound crazy for those who don't understand the concept, but listen, this right here is revolutionizing the way that things are being done. For instance, Mark Cuban made a comment about NFTs. NFTs are non-fungible tokens. For those who may have understand what NBA Top Shop is, where basically they're taking what used to be the old basketball cards and they're making a digitized version of that. Where now they're taking highlights, NBA highlights, and they're digitizing these into what are called non-fungible tokens, where you can actually own an NBA highlight. It's the most mind-blowing thing. And these things are selling for millions of dollars, some thousands, but a lot of these are going for millions of dollars. So this marketplace is drastically new, but Mark Cuban is understanding this right here, this is the wave of the future. Now, I don't want to get too technical into the cryptocurrency aspect of it, right? But what I think you have to understand about this is that Mark Cuban has been and is invested in cryptocurrency. Ethereum, he loves. Ethereum, for those who don't understand, is like a decentralized platform. This is almost like Internet 3.0, right? Where you can actually, you can build applications on top of it. You have the ability to transact in it, right? But you can do so many different things. Smart contracts are one thing, programmable contracts that you can put and build on top of the Ethereum blockchain. So Mark Cuban's interested in this stuff, and we've seen other players. Remember, Spencer Dinwiddie, we did a video about that, where Spencer Dinwiddie wanted to tokenize his contract with in Bitcoin, right, and be able to make that fungible or accessible for people to be able to invest in. We're seeing players like NFL player Russell Okung, who transferred his contract, his NFL contract, a portion of that, to getting paid in Bitcoin. So for those who are out there who are unaware of what Bitcoin is, and I understand that a lot of the audience on my channel is a little younger audience, so I would assume that maybe most of you have at least heard about Bitcoin or Ethereum or NFTs or decentralized finance. But if you haven't, let me know in the comment section below if you're interested in more videos about Bitcoin or about cryptocurrency, about business, about investing, because one of the things I'm thinking about doing is expanding this channel. I love basketball. As everybody knows, I'm a ballaholic, absolutely addicted to basketball. But there are other interests that I have, and I would love to share a lot of information with you all, specifically about cryptocurrency, about traveling, about different things. So if you're interested in me expanding the channel to include business ideas, investment strategies, beautiful travel locations, different things like that, let me know in the comment section below. Now, when it comes to Mark Cuban and this whole cryptocurrency phase, I think one of the biggest things that people have to take away from this is this. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. A lot of people for years have been saying Bitcoin's going to crash to zero, Bitcoin's a scam, Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. What I always challenge people to do is to do your own research. Don't take anything on face value. But what you'll find once you do your own research is that Bitcoin is here to stay. And how do we know that? Look at what the large institutions, look at what the large nations are doing. They're mining Bitcoin, they're purchasing Bitcoin, and they're actually integrating with Bitcoin. We've seen large companies like MassMutual, which is the largest and oldest insurance company. They invested $100 million into Bitcoin. We've seen companies like PayPal, Visa, we've seen Fidelity. So many different companies have started to say, this Bitcoin thing is kind of interesting. We're going to invest in this. We just saw Tesla and Elon Musk, who's the most wealthiest man on the planet. He took some cash reserves from Tesla, $1.5 billion worth, and invested it into Bitcoin. Or should I say, took the cash and transferred it over to Bitcoin and saying he's going to hold the cash reserves there. Well, why are people doing this? They're doing it because they feel the value of the dollar is losing value. It's actually going down. That's why the prices of things around us are going up. So what they're saying is that if the dollar's going down, well, Bitcoin, because of its characteristics of being finite supply, being divisible, being fungible, right? Being durable, all these different characteristics that make real sound money, hard sound money. Bitcoin's actually been going up in price. I mean, we're seeing new all-time highs where Ethereum today, as a matter of fact, created a new all-time high, crossing over $20,050. We saw Bitcoin right now roughly around the $60,000 range. Like, this cryptocurrency market is just beginning. So I would definitely advise everybody to do your own research. None of this is financial advice. This is my opinion, but do your research, because I think you'll see that what Mark Cuban sees is what a lot of people are starting to see around the world, that this thing is here to stay. And you definitely want to try to get your piece of the puzzle. So listen, I appreciate you for taking a look at this video. Until next time, make sure that y'all stay safe in the streets. General Hannibal X, I'm out. Peace.